Okay, hi, this is Andrew Mickel from Such Small Portions, and I'm here with Mighty Boosh and Snuffbox star Rich Fulcher. Rich, how are you doing?
Yes, good.
Good. Great. Now you're over here promoting the stage show of Eleanor The Tour Whore. For people who haven't encountered Eleanor before, can you take a stab at explaining what she's about?
Well, first of all, she's got arthritis. No, she has big uns. No, but she is a woman of a certain age, she won't tell you. And she labels herself as the world's greatest groupie. She's done everything. She put the wood in Woodstock. She made Neil Young again. She got naked in Axl Rose. So she's been around the block, but she's trying to get off the groupie ladder, you know. So she's trying other projects, and this is a stage version of her story.
So let's take the most important bit there. How big are the fake breasts?
Big. Yeah. They come out to about here.
Right.
Yes.
They feel very natural getting into character with them there. You're getting used to them.
Well, interesting story. Eleanor's breasts got confiscated at the Melbourne International Airport because they contained, and I don't know about this, lentils. Yes.
Right.
I mean,
okay.
you're not
Did you
supposed
get them
to
back?
put food in bras. And Eleanor should have known that.
Right. Did you get them back in the end?
No. They cut them open.
Oh, wow.
It was. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not on one of those shows like abroad, confiscated, lentils.
Well, it's the kind of the pitfalls of doing a very British comic thing of dressing up as a woman and doing something inappropriate and taking it to Australia. I mean, how is that coming across when you've performed Eleanor overseas? Do they get Eleanor?
Yeah, they did a little too well. I mean, I made out pretty good.
Right.
Well, you know, Australia's got that, you know, sort of British sensibility, American sensibility. They like the whole idea of it. I like the idea.
It's interesting, actually. There's videos of doing the tours online of you, well, Eleanor, at the Camden Crawl, encountering bands, and it seems to run the full spectrum of human emotion of people not quite sure how to react to her.
Yes.
How was it going and doing that with all of these normally quite fetal young bands?
Well, that's the thing. They are fetal, so they're very young and impressionable. They're of a certain sexual age. So, in effect, some people know who I am, and they very well, their mind is saying, I know who this person is, and yet, as the time goes on during the interview, they're starting to get slightly aroused. And you can see that in them, and you start to sort of come on to them, and then they get all nervous and flustered.
Which band have you got the most action from?
God, action. No, I interviewed the drums at the NME Award. I didn't get anything off them. I got something off but not drum.
Oh, that's a shame.
Let me think. The Maccabees, I got a little bit of reaction from. Yeah, it's just they. After a while, if you do a bunch of those, I did a thing called Eleanor's Up and Coming. They all start to look the same. I shouldn't have said that.
What do you mean with the bands?
Right. Yeah.
I did like the one with Metronomy where they just looked like they were going to start crying. They just didn't seem to know what to do with you. I mean, what do you do when you get in that situation? Just like, right, just plow on, carry on with it.
When in doubt, seduce. That's what I always say. That's what Eleanor says.
So how is it different doing Eleanor on stage to doing it with bands, like up close and personal on camera?
Oh, live is really good. You can, it's your venue, it's your platform to do whatever you want. You can sing, you can dance, you can, you know, but with the band you kind of have to talk about things that they, you know, like, but you know, music interviews can be the most boring thing. So instead of saying, what's your new album about, I like to ask stuff like, what's your favorite venereal disease, things like that. So I like to tailor it to Eleanor's mindset.
Who would you most like to take Eleanor to musically and do something inappropriate to, basically?
Bono.
Bono.
I really would like to jump all over Bono.
Right.
Eleanor actually was responsible for naming the band, which was like she was going out with Bono at the time when he was a young man and said, "I would really like to ravish you," and she was with the other members of the band. It's like, "I want to ravish you, and you too, and you too, and you too."
So you can see a reunion on the cards then.
Yes, exactly.
Good. Now,
Watch out the edge.
where did Eleanor first come from as an idea? Most people probably saw it first in the Boosh.
Yes.
Was that where she actually was born?
Well, she was actually born on the tour bus of the Boosh. We were in a mental state, if you will, post-gig, and we were just joking around, and Eleanor just spawned from that. And then I started to do stand-up as Eleanor. I would do songs and talk about my life, and then it went into the Boosh, and now I'm doing the tour, the tour whore, and here I am.
And it's being co-written and co-directed with Dave Brown. Yeah,
Dave
Bolo.
Brown, yes.
Yeah. So is this the first work you've done with him for a while, or are there always things bubbling away in the background?
Well, we had always discussed doing something, and he had collaborated on the book I wrote. He's a graphic designer. Not many people know this, but he does. I don't know what the symbol is for graphic designing.
In Roman times.
Yeah, or in mime. I'm a graphic designer. So yeah, he does that, and so we just thought, I'm doing this Eleanor show, and he says, yeah, let's do something.
Does Dave ever appear? He seems quite elusive.
In the show?
Yes. Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Let's get him in there. Let's get him out of his sack.
Yeah. Is he here somewhere, like in town? Is he around during the shows, or?
Yeah, no, he sleeps in a corridor in the Gherkin building.
Right.
No.
It's a nice building.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the curved portion, so he just goes. Ugh. But no, he's working. So I will try to get him on the. You want me to get him on the stage?
Sure, yeah. I think
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'll
see what he
make
actually
him
looks
strip.
like without the gorilla mask on.
Oh yeah, he did do a character, a couple of things, in the Boosh. One was Joey Moose, which is in the first series.
Right.
So you can actually see him. Yeah.
His face.
Yeah, you don't want to look at him.
So from all the many characters you did have in the Boosh, why is it Eleanor that's got legs and made it as far as a stage show?
Well, because she has legs. I mean, Tommy Nuka, the cheese guy, didn't have any legs. So, no, Eleanor, I think there's a lot to Eleanor. She's got levels. She's got pathos. She's got comedy. She's got sex. She oozes sex.
Or lentils.
Yes. Yeah. Lentils fall out if she bleeds. I should have been confiscated just for my blood.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that is... I just felt like that's a good, meaty character to just do a show with.
Mm-hmm. And there had been talk of taking Eleanor to MTV. As well. Is that something that's still in the pipeline?
Well, I did, actually. I did interstitials where I interviewed young, throbbing bands.
Right.
Yeah, called Eleanor's Up and Coming.
Was this the Camden Crawl? Was that for MTV?
Well, it was initially like sort of just a venture of love. And then out of that spawned this Eleanor's Up and Coming. Mm-hmm. So I did that, and now Eleanor's moving on. Who knows? If you run a TV show, come to the show.
Okay.